always be like this to talk. Because you got to speak right into it. Jeez, I can't see your screen. It's dark. There's all my papers I brought in. What? Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. I'm John Preddy, and welcome to another edition of Coast Hotel's WCBL Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. The Beavers and Miller Express square off for the third consecutive game tonight. The Beavers won the first game 19-16 in Moose Jaw, and Moose Jaw won the second game 8-7 here in Weyburn on Sunday afternoon, after the Beavers had rallied from a 7-1 deficit to tie the game at 7. Isaiah Granato earned the Boston Pizza Player of the Game on Sunday for his efforts. It's a warm, breezy day in Weyburn. The temperature at game time, 18 degrees C, that was about 68 Fahrenheit, and the wind is light, little gusty from 6 to 11 kilometers an hour or 4 to 7 miles per hour. Take a look at the league standings. In the East Division, the Medicine Hat Mavericks lead the way with a 5-1 record. The Saskatoon Berries right behind them at 4-1. The Regina Red Sox are 3-1. The Weyburn Beavers in fourth place at 2-2. The Moose Jaw Miller Express at 1-3. And the Swift Current 57s round out the East Division with an 0-5 record in sixth place. In the West Division, maybe a bit of a surprise, the Energy City Cactus Rats lead the way with a 3-1 record. The Brooks Bombers in second at 2-2. The Sylvan Lake Gulls are at 1-1. The Okotoks Dogs in fourth place with a 2-3 record. The Lethbridge Bulls won their first game last night, defeating the Okotoks Dogs at home 6-0, and they sit in fifth at 1-3. And the Fort McMurray Giants still looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-4 in sixth place in the Eastern Division. The starting lineups for today's game, for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, leading things off and playing shortstop will be number 22, Thomas Soto. In center field and batting second, William Edwards, number 27. Austin Gurney is in left field tonight, wearing number 39. Number 26, Jackson Yeager is at first base and batting cleanup. Eduardo Sainz is at third base wearing number 25. Andrew Nieves is wearing number 3 and catching this evening. Tanner DeGrazia is in left field wearing number 4 and batting 7th. The number 8 hitter is Diego Canuelas. He's the designated hitter wearing number 2. And number 13, Ben Wallachek, is at second base, and he had a really good defensive game on Sunday for the Miller Express at second. And he will round out the order batting ninth. The starting pitcher was the playoff star for the Miller Express on the mound, Weston Walls, number 17. For your hometown Weyburn Beavers, leading off tonight and playing left field is number 15, Ryan Dauphiny. Number 7, Braden Wayancourt bats second, and he'll play first base tonight. Noah Brooks is in center field, wearing number 23. Ian Heck is the starting pitcher and the designated hitter tonight and batting fourth. And we'll take a pause and finish up after the national anthem. All right, we're finishing off with Ian Heck batting fourth for the Beavers. Batting fifth is the second baseman, Alex Alva, and where he wears number 4. At shortstop is Zach Tanabe, number 9, and batting sixth. Batting seventh, the catcher, Rob Gurney, number 10. Tyron Dorrance is in right field, number 33. And number 3, Luke Malzewski, rounds out the batting order, and he'll start at third base for the second consecutive game against the Miller Express. And our ceremonial first pitch has been delivered, and we're ready to get underway. The umpires for tonight's game at home plate, Ron Shuchuk. At first base, Zeke Fair, and Derek Casada has the third base duties tonight. Thomas Soto will lead things off for the Miller Express as Ian Heck delivers his warm-up tosses. Soto, a slow start to the year by his normal standards, 3 for 18. For Ian Heck, he has started one game this season. He went 6 innings, did not allow a run. He struck out 5 and walked 3. He has that 1-0 record and a perfect ERA so far early in the WCBL season. And of course, last season, Ian Heck, an all-star. He appeared in 12 games last season, started 11. He had 1 complete game. Pitched 60 innings, allowed 71 hits, 31 runs, 25 of them earned. Had 64 strikeouts to go along with 18 bases on balls, a 2-4 record, and a 3.75 earned run average. As Thomas Soto checks in to face Ian Heck to lead off tonight's ball game. William Edwards in the on-deck circle for the Miller Express. First pitch from Ian Heck is taken high by Thomas Soto for ball 1. Fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. First pitch this evening at 7:03. That's fouled out of play down the third base line and over the Miller Express bullpen. One ball and 2 strikes the count. Ian Heck looks in. Just misses outside with a fastball. That'll even the count. 2 balls and no strikes to Thomas Soto. Curveball, Fouled out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses high. Full count. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat and of the ball game forthcoming. Foul out of play. Thomas Soto battling, good at-bat. Fighting off some tough pitches. Ball 4. The leadoff man is aboard. Ian Heck doesn't walk many. Thomas Soto at first base. Good speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go in a suitable count. There's Rob Gurney threw him out on Sunday trying to steal in the first inning as William Edwards takes strike 1 on the year. Edwards 4 for 18, a .222 average, a home run and 5 RBIs, pickoff move. Pretty good move, high throw. Ian Heck has a quick move to first base. Soto goes. Pitch high, easy to handle, down, and Alva can't handle it. Stolen base, Thomas Soto. Throwing a good spot to apply a tag. Not sure if they had him, but it would have been close. First stolen base of the year for Thomas Soto. Two balls and 1 strike. The count to William Edwards. Starting in center field. Austin Gurney on deck. Curveball fouled out of play. Count even at 2-2. Soto goes again. Throw down from Gurney. Little wide. Soto came off the bag but got back. So 2 stolen bases for Thomas Soto. The leadoff walk is all the way around to third base. A fly ball will score him. And it's a full count to William Edwards. Second consecutive hitter to go full. And a curveball hit in the air. That's going to do the job. And it's deep. Over comes Noah Brooks. He makes the catch. Soto tags, and he'll score the first run of the ball game. The leadoff walk comes around to haunt. A sacrifice fly for William Edwards. And Austin Gurney will be the hitter. Gurney on the year, 6 for 17, a .353 average. No home runs yet, 5 RBIs. Ian Heck misses with the first pitch, down and in. 1 ball the count. Gurney takes. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the first inning. That's slapped the other way, slicing foul. 1-2. William Edwards does what you have to do in that situation. Gets one in the air to the outfield. And he has an RBI. In the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. There's Austin Gurney from Campbell River, BC, with his brother Rob behind the plate. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, an off-speed pitch for me, and heck, fooled Austin Gurney a little. Think he was looking fastball. Looked like a straight change for me. Only the 4th time this season that Austin Gurney has struck out. And Jackson Yeager will be the hitter. 2 outs. Top of the 1st. Yeager, a torrid start to the season, 8 for 17. Big swing and a miss there. Strike 1. Yeager, a .471 average with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. And he drills that right at Luke Malzewski for the 3rd out as he lines out to 3rd base. The Miller Express do score a run on no hits. There were no Weyburn errors, and no one was left on base. After half inning of play, the Moose Jaw Miller Express won. The Weyburn Beavers coming to bat, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 1st. Right after this, and you're watching Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park for the bottom of the 1st inning. And on the mound for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, Weston Walls. Anybody who was following the WCBL playoffs last year would know how good Weston Walls was in the playoffs. That Miller Express team, under 3 games under 500, and were within a run of winning the league championship in Game 3 in Okotoks. And Weston Walls, Austin Gurney, and Nate Medsick were the reason for that. Those 3 guys carried this squad. So far this year, only 1 start in the books for Weston Walls. And he had a bit of a rough outing his first start. He went 2 2/3, allowed 7 runs, all of them earned on only 4 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 3. So lots of season for Weston Walls to correct those for that short body of work. An ERA of 23.62 as Ryan Dauphiny checks in to lead things off here for the Beavers. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1. And that's hit on the ground to 3rd. Picked up there over to 1st in time as Eduardo Saenz makes a solid throw over to Jackson Yeager. And Braden Mayencourt will be the hitter. Braden on the year, 3 for 13. Couple of RBIs, a 231 average. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle. Ian Heck after him. Pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Wind even going down a little bit more. It's a very pleasant evening here. And that's hit up the middle. A base hit for Braden Mayencourt. A solid single up the middle. Good to see Mayo get back on track after a couple of games that didn't go his way. We know he can heat up and be just that dude. And speaking of that dude, Noah Brooks comes to the plate. First pitch high for ball 1. Brooks on the year, a good start, 6 for 16 with a couple of doubles, 375 average, 3 RBIs, and I think he's got 3 stolen bases already. Fouled off of Ron Shuchuk, and he felt that despite the gear. Right on the shoulder. Noah swings hard. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle. Curveball hangs high. Little slide step delivery there with the runner on first base. Wall's trying to deliver the ball quickly. Mayencourt has pretty good speed. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Fastball catches the inside. I don't think Noah Brooks agrees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. Walls really pulled the string on that one. And Ian Heck will be the hitter. Looking to help his own cause with a runner aboard. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mayencourt try to get into scoring position for him here. Curveball hit hard up the middle. Ian Heck, a base hit. Mayencourt's going to stop at second. And that'll bring Alex Alva to the plate. Alex Alva enters the game with a .316 batting average, 6 for 19, 4 doubles on the year, and he is the team leader with 8 RBIs currently. Good opportunity here for Alex Alva, the doubles leader and the RBI leader. Runner in scoring position is Braden Mayencourt, Ian Heck on first base, and 1 ball the count to the Littleton, Colorado product from the University of Jamestown. Fouled down the third base line and drops on the warning track in foul ground. Left fielder Tanner DeGracia had a lot of ground to cover to get to that. 1-1 the count to Alva. Zach Tanabe, the shortstop, is on deck. Weston Walls very deliberate on the mound. Curveball misses outside. Two balls and one strike, 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. Miller Express lead 1-0. That sails high, ball 3. After a quick out to Dauphiny and a base hit, starting to work the pitch count a little bit here on Western Walls early in the game. Swing and a miss, curveball. Big difference between the curveball and the fastball. He's really pulling the string on that curve. Fouled back to the screen. Count remains full. The runners are on the move. Some movement down in the Miller Express bullpen. I don't think it means anything. Just moving around. Comes the payoff pitch from Walls. Misses outside, ball 4. Alex Alva's aboard with a base on balls, and the bases are loaded for Zach Tanabe. Zach Tanabe from Graceland University lives on the island of Oahu. And so far this year, 5 for 12 is Zach Tanabe, batting .417. Fouls the first pitch back to the screen. 0-1. Wall sets, bases loaded, 2 outs. Curveball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's hit in the air to center field. And William Edwards is there and makes the catch to retire the side. The Beavers do not score. They did have a couple of hits. There were no Moose Jaw errors. And 3 runners left on base, 2 in scoring position. After 1 complete, the Moose Jaw Miller Express won the Weyburn Beavers no score and will return with Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege right after this. Ian Heck back on the mound for his second inning of work. And the order he will face, Eduardo Saenz will lead things off, followed by Andrew Nieves and Tanner DeGracia. 1-0 Miller Express lead. The leadoff walk to Thomas Soto and a couple of stolen bases and a sac fly. No base hits tonight as Saenz takes strike one. Almost no win now, and Saenz takes strike two. Ian Heck way ahead. Curveball misses off the outside of the plate for ball one. One ball and two strikes. Fastball high. 2-2. And that's popped up right side of the infield. Alex Alva under it, and he'll make the catch. And Saenz pops out to the second baseman for the first out of the inning. And Andrew Nieves will be the hitter. Nieves, a good start to the season, 5 for 13, a 385 average. Big swing and a miss there. He does have a home run and 5 RBIs. Has also struck out 6 times. And swing and a miss. 0-2. Ian Heck way ahead in the count for the second consecutive hitter. Tanner DeGracia in the on-deck circle for the Miller Express. Change-up. Swing and a miss there. Well, a strategic change-up there from Ian Heck. The arm slot looks identical to the fastball. And then it's just that much slower, and you're way out in front of it. Tanner DeGracia is the hitter. He takes the first pitch for ball one. 2 strikeouts for Ian Heck this evening. Curveball is popped up to short, shallow left field, and drops in front of everybody out in the Bermuda Triangle there. Brooks couldn't get to it. They called off Tanabe. Dauphiny laid out, and he's just taking a moment to gather himself. So a base hit for Tanner DeGracia on a little flare that had eyes. And Diego Canuelas would be the batter. Left-handed hitter. Ian Heck delivers on the inside edge for strike one. Canuelas 0 for 5 on the season, still looking for his first hit. DeGracia goes, throw down from Gurney. Not in time. Stolen base. First one of the season for Tanner DeGracia. 0-2 the count. Oh, I thought that was strike 3 called. And so did catcher Rob Gurney. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, top of the second inning. Curveball. Strike 3 called. A late ring up by Ron Shuchuk. Miller Express do not score. They do get one hit. There were no Weyburn errors and one runner left on base in scoring position. After 1.5, Miller Express 1, Beavers no score. And we will return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. Leading things off for the Weyburn Beavers here in the bottom of the second inning at Tom Lang Park will be catcher Rob Gurney. And he'll be followed by Tyron Dorrance, the right fielder, and third baseman Luke Malzewski, the bottom third of the order. 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Beavers. Rob Gurney looking to get heating up. He's 1 for 8 on the year. Pitch in the dirt from Walls, taken for ball 1. Curveball misses on the inside part. Two balls and no strikes, the count to Campbell Rivers' Rob Gurney. And that's hit on the ground to second. Wallachek picks it up on to Yager. 4-3 on the putout. And Tyron Dorrance will be the hitter. Tyron left the game early in Moose Jaw after being struck by a pitch right on the shin, and had the day off on Sunday. 2 for 5 early in the season for Tyron. A .400 average, a couple of RBIs, and he's been hit by pitch twice. 1 ball account to Tyron. Big swing and a miss there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Luke Malzewski waits in the on-deck circle. Outside. The fastball is wide for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball. Dorrance checked his swing, but it was in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The fastball misses outside. The infield wanted it. Walls didn't protest too much. Full count. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Weston Walls. 2 outs. Luke Malzewski steps in the batter's box. Still looking for his first hit of 2025. He did reach on an error. He scored 2 runs on Sunday. He scored 3 on the year, so he's found a way to get on base. Curveball fouled. 1-1. Walls lost the handle on that curveball. It sailed over the head of Luke Malczewski. Two balls, one strike. Little overthrow from Walls there on the fastball. And we get the classic clip from Major League. The late great Bob Uecker over the PA system. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is low. Malczewski's aboard with a base on balls. And that 2-out walk brings the top of the order and Ryan Dauphiny to the plate. Second base on balls issued by Weston Walls to go with his 2 strikeouts. And Ryan Dauphiny, righty-righty matchup here. Doff grounded out to third in his first at-bat. He fouls the first pitch away. We'll see how aggressive Cam Williams is here if he tries to get Malczewski into scoring position for Dauphiny. Inside. Called strike 2 actually, as Dauphiny turned away from that. So 2-strike count. Malczewski goes, hit and run play on. Dauphiny fouls it out of play. Count remains 0-2. Luke Malczewski showed us some good speed on Sunday afternoon when he tracked down a ball in shallow left field, made a great over-the-shoulder catch. Dauphiny does not agree. That zone gets pretty large sometimes from Ronnie Shuchuk. Third strikeout for Weston Walls. The Beavers do not score, and they had no hits, no errors. There was a runner left on base. After 2 complete, the Moose Jaw Miller Express won. The Weyburn Beavers no score. And we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege right after this. And Rob Gurney throws down to second, and we're ready to get underway here in the top of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Miller Express, the second baseman Ben Wallachek, Thomas Soto, the shortstop, and William Edwards, the center fielder. Mike Gonzalez is the first base coach for the Miller Express. Eric Marriott, the head coach, is at third base. Fastball from Ian Heck. Catches the outside black. 0-1 is the count. Outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wallachek chokes way up on the bat. A contact hitter. That may have been off the plate, but Rob Gurney received it so well. I think he earned Ian Heck a strike right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curveball. Oh, just misses. Two balls and 2 strikes. That sails high, and Ian Heck runs the count full to Ben Wallachek. A very patient hitter is Wallachek. Eight walks already on the season. Foul tip squeezed by Rob Gurney. Strikeout number 4 for Ian Heck. Top of the order, and Thomas Soto, the Round Rock, Texas product, will be the hitter. Curveball from Ian Heck misses. Ball 1. Soto walked in the first inning, stole second, stole third, and scored on a sac fly by William Edwards. As Ian Heck deals strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Curveball slapped the other way by Soto. Dauphin can't get to it. That's a base hit. Thomas Soto with the base hit. We'll see if he's running once again. And William Edwards, 0 for 0 with an RBI. That sac fly to center field that scored Soto in the first. Fastball taken for strike 1. That RBI for William Edwards was RBI number 6 on the season for him. Austin Gurney on deck for the Miller Express. Fastball sails high from Ian Heck. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Quick move. Soto's back. Didn't have a big lead, but Ian Heck just letting him know that he's in his thoughts. Fastball fouled back. 1-2 the count. Ooh, that looked close. Must have been low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another move. Soto back. William Edwards from New South Wales, Australia. Runner goes, throw down, in time, and Soto is out at second base. Caught stealing. 2-4. pitch was a ball, so the count is full to William Edwards. Bases are now empty. And that's hit in the air to the right center field gap, and that's going to be extra bases. Edwards almost tripped over first base, so he's going to stand up at second with a double. So an enormous throw out by Rob Gurney, or Thomas Soto would have scored on that double by Edwards. So Edwards is 1 for 1 with an RBI. And Austin Gurney will be the hitter. Versatile, plays the infield, plays the outfield, playing there tonight. University of Pikeville in Pikeville, Kentucky, and he rips that foul and out of play and deep.
Gives a reminder, all foul balls the property of the Weyburn Beavers. If return those foul balls to the Beaver Shack for $1.
I'm sure Hugh and Marnie are looking in Campbell River tonight, watching both boys. One strike the count. And that's hit hard through the hole, past Alex Alva, bounces funny and hits Tyron Dorrance. That's going to score William Edwards. And back-to-back doubles with 2 outs for the Miller Express, and another run is scored. Nasty hop there, as that took a leap and hit Dorrance in the face. He's all right. 2-0 Miller Express lead. And Jackson Yeager will be the hitter. He lined out to third baseman Luke Malzewski last inning. 1 strike the count, 2 outs, top of the third inning. Breaking ball sails high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Austin Gurney, the runner at second base. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Miller Express have had a runner in scoring position at each of the 3 innings. And cashed one in the first and cashed one in here in the third. Big swing and a miss there by Yeager. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeager from Omaha, Nebraska. Curveball catches the outside edge, and down goes Yeager looking. Miller Express do get a run on 3 hits. There were no Weyburn errors, and 1 runner was left on base in scoring position. So after 2.5, the Miller Express 2, the Weyburn Beavers no score. And we'll return with Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege after this. Weston Walls back on the hill for his third inning of work. And he will face Braden Mayencourt, Noah Brooks, and Ian Hack. Mayencourt singled in his first trip, 1-for-1, and takes the first pitch low for ball one. Fouled back. One ball and one strike. Fouled back to the screen and right back to home plate umpire Ron Shuchuk. Outside. Two balls and two strikes. Strike three called. Mayencourt doesn't like it. Fourth strikeout for Weston Walls. Noah Brooks will come to the plate. First pitch misses high. Brooks struck out his first at-bat. 0-for-1. Fastball misses. 0-2. Inside. 3 balls and no strikes the count. Ian Heck on deck. Noah Brooks from Langley, BC. Full take for strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike. Attends the University of Pikeville in Pikeville, Kentucky. And that's fouled down the first base line and out of play. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Wind gone here tonight. Flags are limp. And that's lifted the other way, foul. Yager comes over, has room, and makes the catch. Brooks pops out in foul territory for the second out. That'll bring Ian Heck to the plate. Ian from Antelope, California. Checks his swing and takes ball one. Ian was a senior at York University in York, Nebraska. Fastball misses way wide, just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. Alex Alva waits in the on-deck circle. Curveball is low, 3 balls. Ian Heck fouls that out of play. Green light, 3-0. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball 4, and Ian Heck is aboard. Weston Walls has walked a batter in each of the first 3 innings. Beavers, however, unable to capitalize so far. Swing and a miss by Alva at a ball off the plate. Strike 1. Alex Alva was walked in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 0. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled out of play. Walls ahead in the count, 1-2. Walls comes set. Zach Tanabe in the on-deck circle. The second time I've seen him kind of miss the release point at breaking ball and leave it way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at first base is Ian Heck. Inside, full count. Good piece of hitting there to lay off that fastball, let it run in. So Ian Heck will be on the move with the full count, 2 outs. Alva looking to hit a gap or just get something on the green. Keep this going for Tanabe as Walls steps off. Runner goes. That's grounded to first, taken by Yager unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Beavers, again, get a base runner with 2 out. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left. After 3 complete, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 2, the Weyburn Beavers, no score. And we'll return with the 4th inning right after this on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. Top of the 4th inning. Ian Heck still on the bump for the Beavers. And he will face Eduardo Sainz, Andrew Nieves, and Tanner DeGrazia. Miller Express lead this one 2-0. First pitch fastball on the outside part of the plate, taken by Signs for strike one. That's hit in the air down the first base line. Tyron Dorrance comes a long way, catches it in fair territory. Good hustle play by Tyron to get under that. And that was Eduardo Signs' first at-bat of the season. He's 0 for 1. And Andrew Nieves checks in. He struck out in his first trip, 0 for 1. Takes that pitch high for ball one. Curveball stays high. 2 balls. Nieves the catcher tonight from Oregon, Wisconsin. Ian Heck paints the outside corner with that fastball for strike one. Nieves is a sophomore at Bismarck State as he swings and misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 5th strikeout of the night for Ian Heck. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And Tanner DeGracia will be the hitter. DeGracia singled and stole a base in the 2nd, was stranded there. 6'2", 210-pound junior from Pomona College, a native of Rochester, New York. Inside, dusts back DeGracia. Two balls and no strikes the count. Curveball on the outside edge for strike one. Off-speed pitch fouled away, and that evens the count. I think that was a change. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody aboard. And that's fouled down the first base line and foul out of play. We'll reset the 2-2 pitch here. Diego Canuelas on deck. Pitches in the dirt. Checks his swing. Did not go. So that runs the count full with 2 out. Oh, yeah, he painted the inside edge with that fastball. DeGracia tried to sell it, but he's caught looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ian Heck. And 6 in the game. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we will be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. beautiful night. Even with the lights on, it's still dark. And Zach Tanabe will lead things off for the Beavers. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Rob Gurney and Tyron Dorrance due up after Zach. Expected a pitcher's duel tonight, and that's what we've been treated to so far. Both starters very good. Fastball ripped in there by Weston Walls. Taken by Zach Tanabe for strike one. Tanabe flew out to center fielder William Edwards in his first trip. Another fastball down the middle. Walls wasting no time, getting ahead 0-2. It was very deliberate early on, and as he's really sped up his approach. That misses outside. Nieves tries to pull that back in unsuccessfully. And that's hit in the air. Left center field. William Edwards on and makes the catch. 2 flyouts to center for Zach Tanabe tonight. He's 0 for 2. And Rob Gurney will come to the plate.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Rob Gurney.
Rob 0 for 1 tonight. Went the other way on a 2-0 pitch. Grounded out to Ben Wallachek at second base. Tyron Dorrance on deck. Fastball low. Ball one. Low curveball. 2 balls and no strikes the count to Rob Gurney. Gurney takes strike 1, 2-1. Beavers wearing their City Connect jerseys today in the vibrant blue. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Curveball. That is not a good call, Ron Shuchuk. That's over the chalk line. He rings up Rob Gurney.
A right fielder, number 33, Tyron Dorrance.
2 outs. And Tyron Dorrance will be the hitter. Fouls the first pitch over the screen and out of play. Strike 1. Takes inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beavers had Walls in trouble in the first, had the bases loaded and 2 out, but were unable to get a run across. Fastball catches the outside edge. 1-2. Luke Malzewski in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. And that's hit on the ground to Jackson Yager. He'll take it himself. Ground out to 3, unassisted for the third out. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 4 complete, the Miller Express 2, the Beavers no score. And we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. 'Diego Canuelas will lead things off here for the Moose Jaw Miller Express in the top of the 5th inning. He'll be followed by Ben Wallachek in the top of the order, Thomas Soto. Quick ball game so far. Some activity down in the Moose Jaw pen. Swing and a miss at a looked like a slider from Ian Heck, strike 1. Came right back with the same pitch. 0-2. Strike 3 called. You gotta be kidding me. I can't say anything right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So after that, a base hit. And Rob Gurney's been tossed because our home plate umpire is not very good tonight. So Breaker Smith will come in to catch. My pen took the brunt of that one.
Now in a catcher for the Beavers, number 19, Breaker Smith. Now batting for Moose Jaw, second baseman, number 15, Ben Wallachek.
Ben Wallachek will be the hitter. Going to give Breaker Smith a throw or two. So Ian Heck had the strikeout of Diego Canuelas. Blown call by Ron Shuchuk. honestly, not horribly unusual. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Miller Express. Starting catcher has been ejected, Rob Gurney. Fastball delivered in the bottom of the zone for strike one from Ian Heck. Wallachek, 0 for 1. Struck out in the third inning. Fouled out of play. Fastball high. Ian Heck trying to get him to chase the high fastball. Wallachek, a very disciplined hitter, lays off that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curveball drilled into left field. That'll land in front of Ryan Dauphiny for a base hit. Canuelis advances to second base. Back-to-back base hits. And a mound visit from Cam Williams. Thomas Soto will be the hitter. Soto singled his last trip in the third inning. Walked and scored in the first. Squares to bunt. Fastball. On the outside edge from Ian Heck. Taken for strike one. Olszewski both corners in. Squares again. And does not execute. Thomas Soto upset with himself. And a base hit over top of shortstop Zach Tanabe. That's going to drive in a run. Wallachek holds at second base. RBI single for Thomas Soto. That's camera one. A bunt single for William Edwards. Austin Gurney will be the hitter. Gurney 1 for 2, RBI double in the third. 3-0 Miller Express lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. Two strikes the count. Slap foul. Defensive swing. Gurney stays alive. Ground ball. Tanabe up with it. Over for Alva for one. On to first in time. Double play, but an RBI for Austin Gurney as Wallachek scores. 6-4-3 double play. Four nothing. Miller Express lead. Swing and a miss by Jackson Yeager. Swing and a miss. Two strikes. And thank you to our technicians at IKS Media for getting an adjustment on our home plate camera, so the view should be a little better for you now, folks. Great service from those fellas. Nothing in two outs, top of the fifth inning. Curveballs, he struck him out. Eighth strikeout for Ian Heck. Miller Express, 2 runs on 4 hits, no Weyburn errors, and 1 runner left on base in scoring position. So after 4.5, it is the Moose Jaw Miller Express 4, Weyburn Beavers no score. And we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beavers baseball here on FloCollege. New pitcher for the Moose Jaw Miller Express is number 21, Josh Bourbeau. Bourbeau from Bonnyville, Alberta. He's a freshman at Bismarck State College. First pitch to Luke Malzewski, the leadoff hitter, is ball 1. Bourbeau has appeared in 1 game so far this season as he throws one to the screen. 2 balls and no strikes. Interesting line. Pitched an inning and a third. Did not give up a run. Did not give up a hit. Faced 9 batters. Struck out 3. and walk 3 in an inning and a third. Curveball bounces 3 balls and no strikes. So as evidenced by his first appearance where he walked 3, maybe conveniently wild at times. Ethan Webster warming as Ian Heck has over 90 pitches in the game, I think 91. And a 4-pitch walk to Luke Malczewski. Leadoff man is aboard for the first time tonight. Fourth walk issued by Moose Jaw pitching, 3 by Weston Walls. So the line on Walls, 4 innings. He allowed 2 hits, walked 3, struck out 5, faced 17 hitters tonight. First pitch to Ryan Dauphiny is low for ball 1. Dauphiny 0 for 2 so far tonight. And a little movement down there in the Moose Jaw pen. I believe that's Nathan Unick warming, the Estevan product. And that hits Dauphiny, and that looked like it hurt a little bit. So 2 runners aboard, and a visit from pitching coach Dustin Mollican to talk with Josh Bourbeau. Unick starting to get ready with a little bit of pace here now. Moves to the mound. Ron Chuchuk giving him a lot of grace here before going out to break it up. Cam Williams, the coach on third base for the Beavers. Luke Sempt at first. And Braden Mayencourt steps up to the plate. Mayencourt 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in his first trip. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle. Curveball delivered for a strike by Bourbeau. Ball low in the dirt. Gets away. Malczewski does not advance. Not far enough away. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Langley, BC product, Braden Mayencourt, who attends Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. Curveball drops in for strike 2. Runner on first is Ryan Dauphiny. Luke Malczewski at second. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball tailing away from Mayencourt, and he's able to hold off it and let it exit the zone. Outside, ball 3, full count. And it hits him. And Eric Marriott's going to go get him already. A walk and 2 hit batsmen load the bases, and Josh Bourbeau exits the game, and Nathan Unick from Estevan, just down the road here, 45 minutes or so, will enter the game, and we'll take a short break while he warms up. We'll be right back. And Nathan Unick, who pitched on Saturday night in the 1916 win. Unick has appeared in 2 games. He's thrown 3 1/3. He's allowed 5 hits, 6 runs, but none of them earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 6, and so an ERA of 7 despite giving up 6 runs in 3 1/3. And Noah Brooks will be the hitter.
Now to the plate, the center fielder, number 23, Noah Brooks.
A tall guy, Nathan Unick, 6'4", 190 pounds, attends Trinidad State University, where he's a freshman. First pitch to Noah Brooks. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Noah is 0 for 2 so far tonight. And he hits one hard to left field. It's in the gap. That's going to score. All 3 Beavers aboard. No, it won't. A 2-run double for Noah Brooks. Clutch.
Now to the plate, the designated hitter, number 12, Ian Hack.
I think a good decision by Cam Williams to hold Braden Mayencourt at third base. There's nobody out. No need to run your way out of this inning. No need for that at all. Just need a base hit from Ian Heck here to tie this ball game. Nobody out. 4-2 Miller Express lead. A late swing by Ian Heck. He fouls that pitch away for strike 1. And singled and walked in the game. He's 1 for 1. Big swing and a miss there as Ian Heck tries to give the Beavers the lead with 1 swing of the bat. Alex Alva in the on-deck circle. 0-2 the count. Fastball sails high from Nathan Unick. One ball and 2 strikes the count. And that's popped up down the right field line. Wallachek back, Gurney in. Gurney makes a catch. Runner tags, bluffs, throw is up the line. 1 out.
Now to the plate, the second baseman, number 4, Alex Alva.
Alex Alva will check in. Alex walked in his first at-bat in the first inning off of Western Walls and then grounded out to the first baseman Jackson Yeager to end the bottom of the third inning. 0 for 1. First pitch fastball taken high by Alva. One ball and no strikes. One out. Zach Tanabe in the on-deck circle. Check swing foul. One ball and one strike. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Beavers have a couple of runs across. Those will be charged to Josh Bourbeau. And a ground ball to Wallachek. Picks it up, goes to one. RBI ground out as Mancourt scores. Two outs. Zach Tanabe will come to the plate. Noah Brooks is the runner at third base. Big cut there, Zach Tanabe. Strike one. In the dirt. Nice work there by Andrew Nieves to keep that from going to the screen. Noah Brooks had a good jump down the line. He would have scored if it had got by to the screen. One ball, one strike. Curveball, swing and a miss. Unick pulled the string. One and two. Bryker Smith in the on-deck circle. And that's hit on the ground to third base. Picked up there, over to Yeager in time. 5-3, the put out for the third out of the inning. Unick comes in. He allows the two-run double to Noah Brooks. And all three of the runners that he inherited did score. But he gets out of the inning. Big inning for the Beavers. After 5 complete, the Miller Express 4, the Beavers 3. And we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beavers baseball here on FloCollege. New pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers. It's Ethan Webster, number 30, on the mound. Ethan, a 6 foot, 225-pound junior from the University of Calgary. He was the CCBC Pitcher of the Year. He's from White Rock, BC. His third year with the Beavers. Only one appearance so far for Ethan. That was in Moose Jaw. Went an inning and 2/3. Gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Walked 1 and struck out 1. And he will face Eduardo Sainz, Andrew Nieves, and Tanner DeGrazia. 4-3 Miller Express lead. Top of the 6th inning here at Tom Lang Park. Flag starting to move again. Looks like a bit of a northeasterly wind blowing the flag straight away center field. Bit of an unusual wind here. Wind kind of twisting around. And that's fouled towards the Miller Express dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch from Webster in the dirt. Two balls and 1 strike, the count. Fouled out of play. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Nieves in the on-deck circle. A slow curve misses. Full count. Sainz checked his swing. And a fastball grounded past Malzewski and into left field for a base hit. Leadoff man aboard. Andrew Nieves checks in. Nieves 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Pops that one up behind home plate and out of play. One strike the count. Nobody out. Tanner DeGrazia on deck for the Miller Express. And that's foul past Malzewski. Couple of feet wide of the third base bag. 0-2. Ethan Webster, tough to steal on. He has a quick delivery to home plate. Outside, ball 1. One and 2 to Andrew Nieves. Misses outside. That was a strike an inning ago. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Ethan Webster tonight. 9th for Beaver pitchers. Ian Heck. The line on him. 5 innings pitched, scattered 7 hits, allowed 3 runs. They were earned. 1 walk to go along with 8 strikeouts. And Ian Heck cannot win this decision. Is the pitcher of record at this point. DeGrazia, a little looper over top of shortstop Zach Tanabe for a base hit. So a bloop single by DeGrazia. 2 Miller Express hitters aboard. Not solid contact, but a great spot. And Diego Canuelas comes to the plate, the designated hitter. He singled and scored in his last trip. Swing and a miss. And that offering from Ethan Webster. Oh, and 1 the count. That's popped up over towards the bullpen and out of play. Webster ahead, 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Eduardo Saenz is on second base as that's fouled back to the screen. Tanner DeGrazia, the runner at first. Beavers trail by a run. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Straight change from Ethan Webster. And down goes Diego Canuelas. 2 strikeouts, Ethan Webster. And Ben Wallachek will be the hitter. Wallachek singled and scored in his last at-bat in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Fastball zipped in there for strike 1. Taken by Ben Wallachek. Wallachek said it hit him. Ron Shuchuk calls strike 2. So Ethan Webster way ahead, 0-2. Ben Wallachek attends Indiana State, teammate of Carter Becks. He's from Wichita, Kansas. Curveball misses outside. Great idea, Webb, trying to get him to chase that curveball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And the curveball slapped the other way, lands in front of Dorrance and bounces and gets by him. What an unfortunate bounce there. And Wallachek is going to be on third base with a bases clearing triple, 2 RBIs for Wallachek. Tough break there. It went from playing the hop to try and set up a play at the plate to taking a hop where it stayed down and didn't follow the trajectory that it probably should have. And the Miller Express get a couple of runs back after that 3-run fifth for the Beavers. 6-3. Thomas Soto takes strike 1. Soto 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Webster misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss by Soto. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of 6. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Soto stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's fouled off a teammate. That was off of Weston Walls over there. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Breaker Smith down to first base to record the out. So Ethan Webster with 3 strikeouts in the inning, but also 3 base hits that led to 2 runs on those 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base in scoring position. So after 5.5, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6, the Weyburn Beavers 3. And we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege.
Now to the plate, the catcher, number 19, Riker Smith.
Riker Smith will be the hitter. Takes strike 1 from Nathan Unick. Riker Smith from Sturgis, Saskatchewan, a freshman at Monterey Peninsula Community College. Had a double in his first action in Moose Jaw on Saturday night. One and one the count. Fouls that off. 1-2. Yeah, Riker Smith 1 for 5 in that game on Saturday night with a pair of RBIs and was also walked once. Foul tip squeezed. First strikeout for Nathan Unick.
Now that is the right fielder, number 33, Tyron Dorrance.
Tyron Dorrance will be the hitter. Tyron 0 for 2 so far tonight. Luke Malzewski on deck. High fastball. Ball 1. Wallachek grounded time to tie his shoe. We're back underway. Fastball catches the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball. High. Movement in the pen for the Miller Express. Looks like Jordan Bauer getting loose. That looked way inside. Called strike 2. That's off the plate outside. The fastball tailing away from Tyron Dorrance to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Nathan Unick. 2 up, 2 down. And Luke Malzewski will be the hitter. Luke has walked twice. Scored a run in the 3-run fifth. The first Beaver run of the game. As he swings and misses at strike one. Top of the order, and Ryan Dauphiny on deck. Foul tip. 0-2. Unick way ahead, looking to strike out the side. Fouled out of play. Malzewski stays alive. 0-2 the count. Looked like Unick tried to get a little extra on that. Overthrew that for ball one. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Malzewski battling. High, ball 3. Count was 0-2. Malzewski fouled off a tough pitch and then 3 straight balls to run it full in pitch number 7, the payoff pitch. Hit in the air to center. William Edwards under it, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We will return with the 7th inning when we return on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege.
8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, and 27. If you have a first guy co-op playback bingo, bring your program to the announcer's booth for verification. Fans right along the first base. We have the beanbag toss with Spencer and Jeff. Their chance to win itself.
We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. After 4, the Saskatoon Berries with a 10-0 lead over the winless Fort McMurray Giants, who visit Tom Lang Park tomorrow and Friday nights. The Regina Red Sox in the bottom of 5 have a 5-0 lead over the Medicine Mavericks. The Okotoks Dogs lead the Sylvan Lake Gulls 5-3, top of 6. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Lethbridge and Swift Current tied at 2. And in the top of the 5th, the Energy City Cactus Rats hold a 3-1 lead over the Brooks Bombers. And William Edwards will lead things off for the Moose Jaw Miller Express as he takes ball 1. Ethan Webster on the hill. Checks his swing. It's in the zone. One ball, 1 strike. Says 2 balls on the scoreboard. Curveball misses outside. Two and one. Ground ball past Tanabe. Base hit, William Edwards. His third hit of the ball game. That'll bring Austin Gurney to the plate.
Game one of the Stanley Cup Finals. You're recording the game to watch later. Stop listening now. Game tied 3-3 heading into overtime.
So William Edwards on first base, a threat to steal. Austin Gurney, the hitter. Austin 1 for 3. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play his last trip. An RBI double in the third inning, as the Miller Express put together back-to-back 2-out doubles to manufacture a run before Jackson Yeager struck out to end the threat. That's hit on the ground to second. Tanabe over to Alver for one, not in time at first. So Edwards is out 6-4. For the first out, Gurney aboard on a fielder's choice. He's now 1 for 4. And Jackson Yeager will step in. Righty-righty matchup versus Ethan Webster. First pitch fouled out of play. Yeager 0 for 3 tonight. Lined out to Luke Malzewski in the first and struck out twice. Curveball misses high. One ball and one strike. One out here, top of the seventh. Fastball received nicely by Breaker Smith. One ball, two strikes. Curveball rings him up. Third, fourth strikeout for Ethan Webster. Four strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. And that'll bring Eduardo Saenz to the plate. Saenz singled and scored in his last trip. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Fastball misses inside from Webster. 0-1 the count. Fastball at the knees. One ball and one strike. Curveball misses outside. 2-1. Austin Gurney, the runner at first base. Eduardo Saenz, the hitter. And that's hit on the ground. Malzewski picks it up. Over to first base in time. And that retires the side, 5-3. There were no runs on one hit, no Weyburn errors, and one runner left after 6.5. The Moose Jaw Miller Express 6, the Weyburn Beavers 3. And Jordan Bauer will be on the mound for the Miller Express when we return with Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Jordan Bauer on to throw the 7th inning for the Miller Express. The line on Josh Bourbeau did not record an out. 3 runs, all of them earned. 1 walk, 2 hit batsmen. For Nathan Unick, 2 innings pitched. He gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. So a solid outing for Unick. And the top of the order, Ryan Dauphiny to lead things off here for the Beavers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Jordan Bauer was the winning pitcher for the Miller Express in their 8-7 win on Sunday afternoon. They pitched low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braden Mancourt and Noah Brooks due up to face Jordan Bauer. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's hit in the air to right field. Austin Gurney over and makes the catch. 1 out. Braden Mancourt will step in. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the first, was hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th. Jordan Bauer deals strike 1 called. 0-1 the count. Noah Brooks on deck. Outside, ball 1. One ball and 1 strike. That's hit on the ground, taken unassisted by Jackson Yeager. 2 away. And Noah Brooks will be the hitter with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A 2-run double in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3 tonight. A changeup for strike 1. And that's drilled to center field. The base hit. Noah Brooks is 2 for 4. And Ian Heck will come to the plate. 2 away, the bottom of the 7th inning. Again tonight, 1 for 2. Singled in the first, walked in the third. First pitch to Ian Heck outside for ball 1. Ian's elbow pad fell off. We've seen that happen once before. Might need a new Velcro strip on there. Yeager holding Brooks on. Fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Or sorry, yeah, it is 1-1. Looking at the wrong spot on my scorecard. Alex Alva on deck. Fouled out of play. Jordan Bauer from Torrington, Alberta. Plays at Vancouver Island University. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Popped up over first base. Wallachek gives chase the other way. It bounces. Ian Heck with a single. Noah Brooks goes first to third. Beavers have something a little cooking here with 2 out. And Alex Alva at the plate. So an opposite field bloop single by Ian Heck keeps the Beavers 7th alive. Noah Brooks will be looking to score on a pass ball or whatever he can here. First pitch from Bauer outside, ball 1. Zach Tanabe is in the on-deck circle, and there is movement now in the pen for the Miller Express. That'll be number 24. Called strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss by Alba. 1 ball, 2 strikes a count. 2 outs. It's Christian Garcia warming for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Inside almost clips Alva. And that squares the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That camera looks much better now. Nice adjustment on the fly by IKS Media. Curveball popped up. Soto finds it, camps out under it, and makes the catch to extinguish the threat. The Beavers do not score while recording 2 hits. There were no Moose Jaw errors. 2 runners left on base, 1 in scoring position. So after 7 complete, it is the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6, the Weyburn Beavers 3. And we will return shortly here on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. After 7 complete, the Miller Express, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Although point streak says 5 runs. I've got 6 on my scorecard. Mine is unofficial, of course. Weyburn Beavers 3 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. First pitch to Andrew Nieves, a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Ethan Webster, 4 strikeouts in 2 innings of work since he entered in relief of Ian Hack. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It'd be really good for the Beavers if Ethan can finish this one out and keep the Miller Express at bay. 5 games in 5 days for the Beavers. 2 here, 2 in Medicine Hat. As Nieves takes for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, top of the 8th inning. Strike 3 called. It gets away from Bryker Smith. He tags Nieves. 5th strikeout for Ethan Webster. That's 13 on the night. Tanner DeGrazia will be the hitter. Curveball misses high from Webster, ball 1. DeGrazia is 2 for 3. Singled and scored in the 6th, singled in the 2nd, and stole a base, and struck out looking in the 4th. Hits that hard past a diving Zach Tanabe. DeGrazia's 3rd single of the night. He's 3 for 4. Pinch hitter, number 14, will come to the plate. I will get you a name. It's Abe Alberg, according to the lineup card. So Abe Alberg pinch hits for Diego Canuelas. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Webster looks in. Fouled back to the screen. 0-2. Alberg does not have a plate appearance this season. Curveball. Wide. Bryker Smith, nice job to get out and get in front of that. 1-2 the count. In the dirt. Blocked once again by Smith. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 8th. Tanner DeGracia, the runner at first base. And that's hit on the ground past Luke Malzewski, between him and Zach Tanabe, a base hit. Pinch hit single for Abe Alberg. Two aboard for Ben Wallachak, who hit a single that took a nasty hop and turned into a triple. Could not fault Tyron Dorrance for what transpired. 1 out. Big swing and a miss. Wallachek, really good speed. Going to be a tough guy to double up. Fastball low. Good job by Bryker Smith to keep that in front of him. One the count. Fastball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Action down in the Beaver pen. Fastball wide. 3 balls and 1 strike. Two for 3 is Wallachek in the game. Ball 4. First base on balls issued by Ethan Webster, and that's going to bring a visit from Cam Williams. Bases loaded, 1 out. Only the second walk of the ball game for Beaver pitching. So throwing strikes has not been a problem. So for Ben Wallachek, that's his team leading 9th base on balls of the season. So the OBP coming into the game for Wallachek was .632, and with a 2 for 3 day with a walk, he has expanded on that a little bit. First pitch from Webster, taken by leadoff hitter Thomas Soto for strike 1. Soto 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored today. Soto with good speed. Takes ball 1. Again, will be a tough guy to double up. Infielders all playing regular depth. Nice pitch there. Webster delivers that on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's hit in the air to left, shallow. Dauphiny comes in, makes the catch, makes the throw. Runner does not go. DeGrazia draws the throw. A big out there. 2 away. Dauphiny got it in quick. And William Edwards comes to the plate. He's 3 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. And a run scored. Fouled back. Nothing in 1. Edwards a double in one of his 3 hits this evening. Good speed. Swing and a miss. Crisp fastball there from Ethan Webster. And he's way ahead in the count. Nothing in 2. Opportunity here for the Miller Express to blow this one wide open. Webster, fastball outside. Good location. Like the idea. William Edwards does not bite. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Austin Gurney in the on-deck circle. Fouled back to the screen. Count remains 1 and 2. Flags waving gently in center field. Cooling off. Hoodies have come out. Nice block again by Breaker Smith. About 4 of those. 2-2 the count to William Edwards. The man from down under. 2 outs here, top of the 8th inning. Strike 3 called. Great fastball location there by Ethan Webster.
That's a great Plains Ford strikeout.
So Ethan Webster, 6 strikeouts, no runs. There were 2 Miller Express hits, no errors, and 3 runners left. After 7.5, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6, the Weyburn Beavers 3. And we will be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Zach Tanabe will lead things off here for the Weyburn Beavers in the bottom of the 8th inning. Beavers trail by 3. After Zach will be Breaker Smith and Tyron Dorrance. So Zach Tanabe 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of fly balls to center field and a ground out to third. Takes it inside for ball 1. Inside ball 2. That tailing pitch just hopped out of the glove of Nieves. And that's looped into right field, an opposite field single for Zach Tanabe to lead off the bottom of the 8th. And Breaker Smith will be the hitter. For 1, struck out in his first appearance in the 6th after Rob Gurney was ejected. Tanabe dives back, a good pickoff move there by Jordan Bauer. I don't think Tanabe will be running. The Beavers need base runners, down by 3 late. And that's tapped to Jordan Bauer. On to first in time. Smith retired 1 to 3. Zach Tanabe advances to second base.
The right fielder, number 33, Tyron Dorrance.
And Tyron Dorrance will be the hitter. Tyron 0 for 3 on the night. Looking for his first hit of the evening with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Luke Malzewski on deck. Checked his swing, but it was in the zone. Called strike one. Christian Garcia is warming again in the Moose Jaw pen. And there's a base hit up the middle by Dorrance. Tanabe is held. Again, don't run yourself out of it. Need base runners. And Dustin Mollican to make a visit to Jordan Bauer. I think that's visit number 3. I think there's 2 by Mollican and 1 by Eric Marriott. And Ron Chuchuk going to break this one up a little quicker than the last time Dustin Mollican was out there. Had a cup of tea last time. And Luke Malzewski will be the hitter for the Weyburn Beavers. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Malzewski's been on base twice tonight on 2 bases on balls. Has scored a run. Still looking for his first WCBL base hit. Be a great time for it right now. Pitch is low from Bauer, ball 1. Malzewski from Seattle, Washington. Attends Whitman College in Walla Walla, Washington. Outside. Look pretty close. 2 balls. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out. Runners on the corners. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Tailing fastball catches the inside edge. Called strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Luke Malzewski. Hit the other way and tailing foul. Well, hit the shale warning track, retrieved by Austin Gurney. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flags again hanging limp. Wind kind of coming and going tonight. It's in the dirt, gets away, and out of play. So that is going to advance Tyron Dorrance to third base. And Tanabe scores on the wild pitch. And that'll fill the count. That went out of play. Why doesn't Dorrance get another bag? Okay. Full count, 1 out. And that's hit on the ground, up the middle. Soto picks it up, on to first. Oh. In time, apparently. So Tyron Dorrance is now on third base, 2 outs. And Eric Marriott going to get Jordan Bauer. And we're going to see Christian Garcia. So Jordan Bauer goes 2 innings, through 32 pitches, 20 of them for strikes. Gave up 1 run, it was earned, and Tyron Dorrance is his base runner. And the sidearm righty, Christian Garcia, takes his warm-up tosses. Ryan Dauphiny will look to get the Beavers to within 1 if he can deliver Tyron Dorrance. So Zach Tanabe scored on the wild pitch to make this a 6-4 ball game in the bottom of the 8th. And Christian Garcia on the year. He's appeared in 1 game, pitched an inning and a third, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, only 1 of them earned. 6.75 earned run average. Those 5 runs the Beavers accomplished against him last Saturday night at Roswell's Park. So Ryan Dauphiny trying to keep the home half of the 8th alive here. And he'll be the first hitter to face Christian Garcia. Takes strike 1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-2. I would expect to see sliders and curveballs away from Dauphiny. Just like that one. If Dauphiny can reach one on the outside edge and slap it the other way, Doff stays alive. Still 0-2. Doff 0 for 2. 0 for 3 actually. Fouled back. Garcia trying to sneak a fastball by him. Fouled it off. Swing and a miss at a slider. He struck him out. Garcia gets out of the jam. Beavers do get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. After 8 complete, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6, Weyburn Beavers 4. And we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. through this. Says 6 there. Says 6 on my sheet. Says 5 on there. Yeah, I've got 6. They've got 6. The line score after 8. The Moose Jaw Miller Express, 6 runs on 13 hits, no errors. The Weyburn Beavers, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. And Austin Gurney will lead things off here for the Miller Express in the top of the 9th inning. Miller Express ahead by 2 at 6-4. Fastball delivered for strike 1. Ethan Webster, 6 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. Fouled back to the screen for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Webster way ahead. Ball 1 gets away from Bryker Smith. One and 2. Austin Gurney 1 for 3, 1 for 4 on the night, rather. That's ripped foul. Austin Gurney got around on that in a big way. A loud strike. Webster tries the corner and misses with the breaking ball. 2-2. Fastball grounded to Malzewski at third. He picks it up over to Mayencourt in time. Nice play. 1 out, top of the 9th. So Ethan Webster up to 70 pitches, 47 of them for strikes. And he'll face Jackson Yeager, who takes a fastball for ball 1. Yeager 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts tonight. And there's a ground ball. Alex Alva scoops that up over to Mayencourt. 2 away. 4-3 on the putout. Ball took kind of a funny hop off the base of the mound and skied towards Alva, who stayed with the ball, fielded it cleanly, made a good throw. So 2 out for Eduardo Saenz. Saenz 1 for 4 with a run scored tonight for the Miller Express. Takes ball 1. Fastball from Ethan Webster. Struck out 6 and walked 1. Fastball on the outside edge. That'll even the count at 1-1. Strike 1 called. Curveball hit foul by Saenz. One ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Nothing doing in the Weyburn pen. Nothing doing in the Moose Jaw pen. So this one for now is up to Ethan Webster and Christian Garcia. Curveball fouled out of play. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Check swing did not go. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eduardo signs. Waits for the pitch from Ethan Webster. High, ball 3. And the count is full. Payoff pitch forthcoming here. Webster closing in on 80 pitches on the night in relief. Fouled off, signs his leg. He's going to walk that off. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat is coming up. Good crowd tonight on the Penta VIP fan deck behind the Beaver dugout. Hanging in there till the end of this one on a cool evening. Started out real nice, cooling off. And that's hit in the air to right field. Dorrance back, makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 9th inning when we return here on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. Christian Garcia on to try and close this out for the Miller Express. They lead by 2. And leading things off for the Beavers in the bottom of the 9th inning will be Braden Mancourt, number 7. He'll be followed by Noah Brooks and Ian Heck. Mancourt on the night is 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Left-handed hitting Mancourt versus the righty Christian Garcia. Mancourt takes ball 1. A backdoor slider there from Garcia. Evens the count at 1-1. Moving around a little in the Moose Jaw pen just in case. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Up the middle, right to Garcia, comebacker. 1-3 for the putout, 1 out. And Noah Brooks strides to the plate. Brooksy 2 for 4 tonight. A 2-run double in the 5th, the big knock. Curveball inside edge taken for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball away. 0-2. That just misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle. Popped up. Wallachek can't find it. Gives way to Soto. He has it for the second out. Wallachek lost it in the lights. And Soto was right there to take over. Brooks 2 for 5 on the night. And Ian Heck, as the Beavers are down to their last out. They trail by 2. Inside. Alex Alva in the on-deck circle. And that just missed clipping Ian Heck. Ball 1. Beavers need a base runner here, Ian Heck. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Ian 2 for 3 with a walk tonight. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Alex Alva waiting for his chance to keep things rolling here for the Beavers in the bottom of the 9th. Slider catches the inside edge for strike 1. Ian taking all away. Fouls that off, and that fills the count. Beavers down to their last strike. Base hit. 3rd hit of the night for Ian Heck. Opposite field, solid single to right. And Alex Alva will come to the plate. Oh for 3 tonight with an RBI ground out and a base on balls for Alex Alva. Left-handed hitter against the sidearm righty, Christian Garcia. Checks his swing, ball 1. Alva from Littleton, Colorado, the senior at the University of Jamestown in Jamestown, North Dakota. Takes strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count. Zach Tanabe is in the on-deck circle. Misses inside. Good eye there by Alex Alva. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner on first is Ian Heck. Slider catches the outside corner. And that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside, full count. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. Ian Heck will be on the move. The payoff pitch coming to Alex Alva. Fouled into the scrambling Beaver dugout. Full count and the seventh pitch of the at-bat. Coming up, Austin Gurney playing significantly deep in right field. That's fouled off again as Alva stays alive. Fought off a slider there. Runner goes, hit in the air to center field. William Edwards in, and he'll make the catch, and that will be the ball game.
That is the ball game, folks.
No runs on one hit. There were no errors, and a runner left on base in the top of the ninth inning. The line score tonight, the Moose Jaw Miller Express, 6 runs on 13 hits. There were no Moose Jaw errors. And Moose Jaw left. What do we got? 8 runners on base. For the Weyburn Beavers, 4 runs on 8 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 10 runners on base. 5 of them in scoring position. The losing pitcher will be Ian Heck, and the winning pitcher tonight, that should be Nathan Unick, as Weston Walls did not go the required 5 innings. So Esteban's Nathan Unick with the win, Christian Garcia with the save, and Ian Heck the losing pitcher tonight. Okay, now I'm going to come up with a player of the game. Just give me a second here. I got Ian Heck had 3 hits. Noah Brooks had 2 hits and a big clutch 2-run double. I'm going to ask my producer for some assistance here. Ethan Webster went 4 innings and only allowed 1 run, while struck out 6. I think it's going to be Ethan Webster tonight. He came in, through the last 4 innings, only gave up a run, gave the team an opportunity to stay in the ball game and get the offense going. And the Beavers did make it close at 6-4, but Ethan Webster battled hard, struck out 6 in 4 innings, and he is your Boston Pizza player of the game for tonight. So we'll be back at it here tomorrow night at Tom